Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to the Black Man Unfiltered Network. Happy New Year. This is the first show of the year for me. Um, we're going to just do the pop the balloon. I'm telling you. It's funny, I think the caliber of the people that's coming on the show is getting better. It's just my thing. Some of the men who are coming up there have some serious professions. And I think their screening process has been updated. So I got a couple of shows I'm gonna piece together, and I'm gonna be skipping around. And then at the end, Alette's husband has a black man channel where he interviews some of the men, and he's just gonna have one guy on there who I'm gonna highlight on one of these shows. He's I think it was episode 36 or 37. And this guy was pretty arrogant kind of dude, and he got a lot of negative feedback, but it was kind of funny. So some of it is informative, but I think some of the ladies on there are getting younger. I've noticed that a lot of the women, more women that's coming on there, don't have children. Uh, there's still enough that do, but there's some that don't have children. And the men are coming on the show, and they're not afraid to say, listen, I want a woman. I don't want a woman with kids. And they're coming out and they're starting to say this. I think there's some elevation to the show. So we're gonna go. I got a lot of little clips, and I'm gonna try to keep track of how I do the clips, And it should be fun. Some of the things are funny. Some of them aren't. I'm gonna try to skip over things and a lot of people do the reaction show to the pop the balloon. And a lot of times I just think for me, it's like, okay, do I have something real serious to put up and say this week? And I usually do, but then I got to do some more research and I got to do all those kind of things. So, so let me just go ahead and do a pop the balloon thing so I can piece some stuff together and, and leave all the serious talk to everybody else this week. So anyway, so that's what I'm gonna do today. So we're in for some pop the balloon stuff. So feel free to comment on some of the people. I have a couple of questions as we go. Uh, you know, of course, I'll drop the link for anybody who wants to come up. And I know it's still early, so there's a lot of clips. I have just three shows I'm gonna go over, but I have a lot of clips in each show as I advance. So I just got to make sure I keep track of where I stop and start, and so we can get that kind of picture. But the first one is easy. I only have two sub clips on the URL, and I'm gonna do a whole show because the guy, a couple of guys come on. The women aren't popping the balloons, but the dudes still ain't leaving with any dates. And maybe there's something the guy is doing. Even if he has the height, and he's in shape, there's some question on why these guys can't pull any of these ladies off the panel just to go out on a date, So that's interesting too, because a couple of guys came on, the women didn't pop the balloon in the beginning, but by the end of the session, nobody's chosen. Nobody chose him, and the guy's walking off. So I thought that was interesting. And then we're going to highlight a girl who is faith-based, and she talks about God and all this kind of stuff. And she rejects a guy, and that should be interesting. And excuse me. And then there's a guy who's just really arrogant. He's got his own he's got his own numbering system on how he rates women. It's pretty interesting. So let's go ahead. I mean, I'm not going to waste any time. We're going to get to the first link. And you can always go to Arlette's channel if you want to see the whole show. The first one I'm going to show is some pieces, excerpts of uh, episode 33. Hello, A team. How are you? Happy New Year. Who else is in the chat? I see Milani. I see Katilia. And I guess people will come, just kind of, hey, this is Monday. If it's Monday, that's the Booming Show. So I'm going to go over there and spend a couple of minutes seeing what he's talking about. And so this one is light. I think everybody likes the Pop the Balloon Show. So we're going to have some fun with it. So I'm going to. Yeah, man, we have a little bit of folks under the weather in my house, so hopefully I don't catch it, but I got a little itchy throat anyway. So here we go. I'm going to share some of this in a second. We might as well get started, because I have a lot of sub clips, and I'm going to put the first one on because I'm going to play that one a little bit through. Just one guy. 33. Pop the balloon, 33. Find it. Here it is. 37, 33. All right, here we go. Nice ladies. Beauty. Sometimes I can say to myself that just beauty is wasted on some of the modern women. I'm telling you. Sultry looking and all that kind of good stuff. Man, Jesus. Listen, so I just wanted to, instead of going to everybody's Instagram, I just wanted to put the intro. And yeah, I'm off mute now. I was on there for a second. Anyway, so let's go to the first part of the clip when we get the first guy out there, and we're gonna go through his ordeal on the show. Let me get to him.
Or whatever it is about him that you're just not it, go ahead and pop your balloon, and I'll go over to a few of you and see why you ended up popping. Are you ready? Yay! All right. Okay. So with that being said, let's go ahead and bring out our first single guy. Hello. Welcome in. I'll have you hold that. What's your name?
Giovanni.
Giovanni, how old are you?
32.
And what do you do?
Oh, I'm a videographer, cartoonist, and I'm a personal trainer.
Okay, very cool. What are some things you like to do for fun?
Oh, me? I'm an artist in every sense of the word. So
Okay.
I like to draw, paint,
I want you guys to take a good close look at his mannerisms, his hair, his dress, and maybe put in the chat what y'all think about it. And put yourself in some of these ladies' places. I mean, because if you look at the guy, he's fit, he's got the size, he's not a bad looking dude. And nobody popped their balloon.
Go clay, anything you name it. Also heavy on editing. I like to like really learn. Like I'm a student of the game, so like for instance, something like this, I love watching this. So like I
Okay.
watch little things like the cameraman doing something like panning to somebody making a joke or something like that. I'm like, oh, I understand that. It makes me like, okay, makes me
Okay.
appreciate it more.
Got it.
Also heavy in the gym. Love working out, basketball. That's my therapy. Also too, I love to travel. I'm trying to go to Tokyo, my next trip.
Okay.
Definitely. I want
Nice.
to leave with like a whole bunch of gyms. And last but not least, I love to put it on. Like I love getting fly. Like I feel like every day is like a video game. Like I'm gonna create a character. So like I'm trying to put it on and just do different fits, different. But yeah, that's basically me.
All right. And now what are some things you look for in a woman?
Oh, me? Somebody that could take accountability, definitely. Um, Someone that's charismatic, somebody that's intellectual too. Like teach me some things. Like, I could teach you some things too, but it's a lot of baddies in the world, but like if you don't got nothing up here, it's like, what's the purpose?
Okay.
Also too, someone that in the gym at least. I'm not asking you to be a gym rat, but like, a
For
few
every
days
now
out
and
of the week.
then. Okay.
But yeah.
Now, what are some deal breakers?
Deal breakers for me. I would say somebody that can't take accountability,
Okay.
definitely. Someone that uh I don't even know if I should say. I mean, shouldn't have had to say this, but like, can we do like some clean eating, y'all? Like I don't want somebody that's not. For instance, I was talking to this girl one time, right? She told me she don't drink water. That is crazy. Like,
No
can we at least
way.
get the greens in? Can we at least
Okay.
get the veggies
So some
in?
more healthy eating.
Yeah, like
Okay.
I'm not asking you to be but just little things. But
All right.
I would say, yeah.
Okay, cool. So we haven't had any pop balloons yet. So I'm going to go ahead and hand you a pick. So there's quite a few ladies. So I'm going to have you pop 3 balloons.
3?
3 balloons.
All you females look amazing.
Yes, they do. Okay, 2 more.
I wonder how the ladies feel when he's like
And
looking
one
up and down,
more.
looking at him.
Do you right here.
Okay.
Respectfully, sorry.
Let's start down there. First one you ended up popping. All right. If we can start with your name and age.
I'm Ken. I'm 27.
And Ken, what do you do?
I'm a research coordinator in internal medicine and also a grad student.
Nice. And why'd you have your balloon unpopped?
I wanted to hear more about him. I like his style. Not typically what I go to with the locks. I like more of a clean cut, but definitely interesting.
Okay, got it. So that was really tough, but why was she one of the pops?
All you girls look phenomenal. Honestly, Pop, I was more attracted to the other ones. Let's just keep it a buck.
That's understandable.
I mean, anybody got an issue with the way he's dressed for this show? I mean, I'm not saying you got to have a suit on, but it doesn't seem like he's a little over casual. I'm not sure. I mean, I was never into like the ripped jeans and stuff like that. It's yeah. What's going on, champ? How you doing, man? I'm gonna be dropping a link if you wanted to come up. Let me go ahead and continue.
Well, yeah.
But look phenomenal.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's
She
go
is
to the
cute.
other one we ended
I
up
like her
popping. Let's start with
hairstyle.
your name and age.
Lunica, 27.
Lunica, what do you do?
I am a high school teacher and I'm also a content creator doing online coaching.
Hey, and why did you have your balloon unpopped?
I wanted to just hear what he had to say, give him the benefit of the doubt. A bit animated for me, but I did want to hear what you had to say.
Got it. And why did we end up popping hers?
Same thing. Like I feel like out of attraction, it's probably the least, but like still gorgeous.
Thank you.
Okay. And then our last one here, your name and age.
My name is Kenyani. I'm 27.
And Kenyani, what do you do?
I'm an external consultant in organizational development and effectiveness, and I also model and long term, I'm kind of into health and wellness.
Okay. All right. So why did you have your balloon unpopped?
Pick up the light skinned chick.
Why did I have my balloon unpopped? Because though, attraction does meet the eye first, I'm trying a different approach where I'm just trying to listen to mindset first. And you seem like you're a really creative individual. And that was just kind of something where I was like, okay, maybe we could talk more and talk about creative stuff or what else you're into. So I just want to give you the benefit of the doubt and hear your mindset.
Okay. So why do we end up popping hers?
She's pretty. I'm trying to stay away from the light skins. Like I tend to like gravitate, like they'll come to me, but like, I don't know, like I think like I was more of that.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
But yeah, she's really pretty.
Perfect. Thank you.
Light skinned chicks.
All right. We got to pop back here. Your name and age.
My name is Caroline, and I'm 32.
Caroline, what do you do?
I'm a project manager in the healthcare industry.
Okay. Why'd you end up popping your balloon?
The reason why I popped my balloon is because I don't really like the way you dressed. It's like I get it, like it's your style, but it's just not really my style. So, yeah.
All right. So, is she someone that's your type?
Yeah, nice, tall, model built. I mean, for that, like I'm a creative character, like you said, I'm animated, but like this is how I go. So if it's too much, then we're not a match. So
Thank you. To get a few more pops over here, let's head on over. Let's start with your name and age.
My name is Micah. I'm 30 years old.
Micah, what do you do?
I am
Now,
a
okay,
counselor
so
for a
when you start hearing the women pop like that, right? I mean, is it just like, just because somebody else popped now, all of a sudden they say, oh, you know what? If this girl doesn't like it, neither do I. It's just one of those kind of things.
graduation retention program in high school.
Okay. And why'd you end up popping your balloon?
Just listening to him speak more, it just made me want to go with my first thought, which was that he's not really my type. The aesthetic doesn't necessarily line up. He's very handsome though, very cute.
Okay.
Just not my type.
Got it. And now she's someone that's your type.
definitely, she fire.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Nice chocolate.
Yes, chocolate. We got one over here, right here. Your name and age.
My name is Taylor. I'm 27.
And Taylor, what do you do?
I'm a software engineer.
Okay. And why'd you end up popping your balloon?
I popped my balloon because, like, I was trying to hear you out, give you a chance, and I liked like your wants in a woman and everything like that. But yeah, I can't do the outfit, the animation character. It's kind of childish to me. Sorry.
Okay.
Once again, I can only be me.
Right?
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
that's
saying?
true.
So, like, if it's too much for you, then
Right. Okay, now she's someone that's your type.
yeah, I'll talk to her. She's pretty.
All right, thank you. And we got one down over here. Your name and age.
Chichi, 32.
And Chichi, what do you do?
Eyelashes.
I'm a live streamer and entrepreneur.
Right. And why'd you end up popping your balloon?
I really tried to like just overlook and really just get into who he was. And as he started to talk, I started to not like him. I'm just a vibe person. His vibe just started throwing me off. At first, I'm all the things that you're, into.
All right, please just stop. Listen, I think this lady is pretty, and she doesn't need those stinking eyelashes. Now, okay, she might have a lace front on or gray, whatever, but those eyelashes don't make her look better. They really don't. I mean, the reason why I'm going to just stop it here, a lot of people don't understand this. When I was younger, man, eyelashes used to be in back in the day. And somehow we ushered those shits out when I was growing up, and women just stopped doing it because men didn't like it back then. I think now it's back in style because women are mimicking the transvestites. That's what I think. That, because it is not a fashion statement. If I was a boss and I had if I was interviewing women for a job to represent my company, and they came in with some shit like that on their eyelashes, I wouldn't give them a job.
I'm a personal trainer on the side. I'm into fitness, clean eating, all those things. Creative. But then I think it was your responses that kind of threw me off. It was more so that.
Okay. All right. Same thing here. She's someone that's your type.
Fire. I like the fit
Thank
too.
you.
The cutie
Thank
type.
you,
on
thank you,
point.
thank you.
Sure.
You too, you too,
But,
you too.
You know, yeah, like I said, it could only be me. So
It's the shrug. I think it's the shrug.
Yeah. See,
I
that's
think it was a shrug
it.
that everyone, you was like, well, you know what? I can't be. I was like, oh, man, you gonna do that when you go out? Or so it was kind of.
I'm pretty chill. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
She's
I could
right
be
about the shrug,
sarcastic, but
man.
like.
Okay, I speak
it's my
sarcasm.
tint,
I get
yeah.
it. Okay.
Okay.
It was okay. It was that. It was just that. It was your responses. I was like, you're just digging a hole and just jumping in it. But definitely love your character. Love everything about you.
See.
Yeah, except I won't go on a date with you.
And we had got another pop back over here. Your name and age.
My name is Daisha. I'm 29.
Daisha, what do you do?
I'm an Airbnb host. I do life insurance.
Okay. So why'd you end up popping your balloon?
I just feel like the chemistry wasn't there. I think that you're a nice man with good values. I just don't think that we align.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, is Daisha someone that's your type?
It's fire too.
Thank
fire
you.
too.
You guys all fine. All right. Then we also got a pop here. Your name and age.
Hi, I'm Alicia and I'm 28.
And Alicia, what do you do?
So I am a lifestyle content creator. I'm a student and a cocktail waitress.
Right. Why did you end up popping your balloon?
I think we had some things in common. I love fitness. I like the video editing. I thought that was cool, the content creation. I think you do dress a little young for your age. Do you live in LA or something? You give kind of street. Okay, you kind of give me like LA, like streetwear vibes. And then I'm not the biggest fan of like long hair on a man. But I do think you're handsome. But those are my options. Those are my things.
Okay. All right. Same thing. Don't say she fire. Is she your type?
She's pressure.
Oh.
She's pressure.
Okay.
So like, I'm just saying, like, I would
You know,
definitely
I
approach
could see.
you.
I could.
You nice.
Yeah. All right. Well, unfortunately,
Well, I could see the honeys getting, people just looking at him, his mannerisms, waving his arms and shit like that. So this guy is making all the short kings out there feel better, right? Because he's got hair, he's got a little size, he's in shape, he's in the gym, and he's getting rejected by some middling to decent looking women. He couldn't even pull one of these chicks for a date. I thought that was kind of strange, but and a lot of it is his fault. If he would have maybe had a little bit of digs, his mannerisms a little bit different. But it still seems strange that nobody even wants to go out on a date with him. It's crazy, but that's the way the cookie crumbles.
unfortunately, that is all of the balloons popped. But we do thank you so much for coming on.
I have a question. So I do content, right? And I do a little skit where I'm a fifth grade teacher. And my kids want to say something to you. It's an appreciation. It's nothing crazy.
Okay. Okay, let's hear this.
So yeah, they basically.
So you say you made a fifth grade class?
Yeah, so I'm a fifth grade teacher.
Oh, okay.
Yo, Mrs. Orlet, on behalf of Mr. Graham's class, we want to give our deepest appreciation for letting the OG Mr. Graham on the show. And when I'm of age, I'm going to be a contestant, word two, no funny. And I would like to shout out my big bro, JJ, Mr. Perez, Angel. He couldn't make it to class today, but he the Gaza. Shh, Edith, stop being ghetto in front of her audience. Do it for the dogs. Shout out to the girl he picks. You're a lucky one. Oh. And if no one picks him, we flame him when he gets back.
All right, ladies, let's give it up for him. I'll take the mic. Thank you.
All right, so let's stop sharing that for right now. But I just tell you, I just wanted to kind of break the ice with that one. I thought, it was kind of strange. Nobody popped the balloon, but they weren't interested in them. And so we're going to go on to the next one. Because like I said, I'm going to pass through 3 shows, but I'm going to highlight some people as I go, kind of just like I did right now. So let's get to the next one. And the next one is episode 37. It's kind of funny. I'm doing it backwards. Episode 37. Somebody on there I want to show first. All right, so we're gonna start with the intro again, of course. I like to see the ladies walk, man. It's just, the music is nice. Wow.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It's your host, Arlette, and we are here with another episode of Pop the Balloon or Find Love. And we've got some beautiful single ladies lined up. Make some noise, ladies. Okay, you guys sound so ready. So I'm going to be bringing out some single men when they come around this corner. If you're feeling him, you like what you see, all that good stuff, do not pop your balloon. However, if there's anything that you're really not feeling, he says something that's crazy, whatever it is. That being said, let's go ahead and bring out our first single guy. Hello, welcome in. What's your name?
My name is Shad. I'm 34.
And Shad, what do you do?
I'm the owner of Opulence Imports in South Florida. And basically, we do performance parts for vehicles. We ship worldwide, and we actually do track bills as well.
Okay. What do you like to do for fun?
So,
Hey,
jet
lady,
skis,
Nova.
dirt bikes.
Nova. Yeah, there you go.
I like to play pool.
Okay.
Swimming, going to the beach. And I like to dance.
All right. Now, what do you look for in a woman?
I look for a caring woman, someone that's kind, considerate, knows what she wants out of life, creative. Yeah.
Okay.
And a nurturer.
All right. Now, what are some of your deal breakers?
Lack of empathy.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say selfishness.
Okay.
Not having vision, a purpose for your life.
Okay.
And I say that's it for now.
Okay, that's good. All right. So
before we go on, listen. Okay, so here's another guy, right? Decent dude, much better dressed than the first guy, right? Maybe he's a little hesitant on the way he speaks, but nobody popped the balloon. And I'm gonna skip ahead on some of it with this guy because I want to be interested. I'm gonna kind of hone in on this sister right here. I don't know if y'all can see that I'm pointing to her. This sister right here. I'm gonna hone in on her because she says a lot of stuff in this thing. And so I'm gonna just skip over some things because some of them is not that important for the show. But I'm gonna skip up to 9 something here. Yeah. 9. Yeah.
Beautiful. All right, let's go over here. Your name and age.
My name is Waverly, and I am 30 years old.
Okay, and Waverly, what do you do?
I am a digital marketing manager and a college professor and consultant.
All right. So if you want to go ahead and just answer his question.
An intrinsic value that I really value is going to be my faith, just because it's taken me a long way in life. And it's something that like you can essentially hold close to you at night. Like when the money's gone, if you don't have a place to sleep, like the Father, the Holy Spirit, Yeshua is my foundation.
Yeah. So, I was going to skip ahead. I'm pointing her out because she is really faith-based. She talks about religion and how much faith she has in God. And she talks about that it's driving her life right now. But then there's some things that she says also that kind of, I don't know, maybe goes against that. And it might not come in this one, but it's coming. So just stay tuned. So just kind of focus on this sister here, this chocolate honey over here. And this guy, again, nobody popped the balloon when he came out. So we'll see if he finds somebody who wants to leave and at least, hang out with the guy. Right. So anyway, you ladies are fickle. Now, let me also say, it's not just me. I think the quality of both the men and the women in terms of what they do and how old they are and the things that they got going on is going up. Whoever their screeners are or the competition to get on the show is probably getting better. I think so. I don't know. You guys tell me what you think, but because some of the things that these people are doing is impressive. Excuse me. So we're gonna go ahead up to the next point in the show. I'm going up to 17. 17:10. That's good enough.
Any ladies, another question.
Do you value romance? And if you do, what would be a romantic date in your mind? From start to finish, what would your ideal romantic date be?
Okay, start there and then come back. All right.
So a romantic date for me would, I don't know. I would say I'm very easygoing. We can honestly do whatever. It really depends on how attentive we are to each other. If we're actively listening, you could even just pick an apple off the tree and just tell me to eat it. And I know it sounds real corny, but I'm someone who's real simple. Like we can just take a walk in the park, have a really in-depth conversation. So, and then in the night under the stars, maybe just sitting on a blanket. So.
Great answer.
Yeah, that's not me too.
All right, and over here.
Piggybacking maybe on her Don't Be Cheap Now. I like really elevated like dining experiences. So maybe a nice dinner, but then after dinner being able to like go dancing, whether it be like salsa. I really love like soca music. Yeah, so an activity and food in combination would be nice.
Okay. Ladies.
Great answer.
I'm gonna switch it on over to them now. So ladies, any questions for him? You have one? Okay.
Yeah, I have several.
Go for it.
Okay. My first one is, do you partake in any what's it called? Any drug use of any kind?
No, I do not.
Okay. Oh, I can keep going?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What is if you are a man of faith, like what is your faith in, like what does your day-to-day look like with spending time with God, if that's something that you do?
Okay, so I'm a Christian, and basically my day-to-day walk would be me waking up in the morning. First thing I do, I have like a bottle of water by my bed. I drink that. I pray to God, thank him for waking me up this morning, for giving me all my faculties on my body are in perfect working order. A lot of people take that for granted, to be able to just wake up and get out of your bed on your own will and to be healthy, So I don't take that for granted. And I thank him every day for that. That's the first thing I do. And then I ask him to basically guide my steps throughout the day, So for my wake up, everything from what I eat to, showering. I'm always like talking to him at different intervals of the day. Like I'd say like a little short prayer, like, all right, I'm about to go on the street. There's traffic out there. People meet in traffic. I just ask for guidance along my journey to get there and get back to my family, safely.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
Do you have kids, and where do you live?
I do not have any children as of yet, and I live in South Florida.
Okay.
Do you have any children?
No.
And where do you live?
I live in Dallas.
Texas. Okay. Perfect.
Good.
Yes.
All right. Let's head down over here. Okay. Any questions over here?
Absolutely. Do you believe in crying in front of your woman?
Okay. Wait a minute. All right. So, okay. All right. What kind of question is that? What do you mean by do I believe in crying in front of my woman? Let's see how he answers this one. I'm not so sure I like it, but nah. Matter of fact, I do like his answer because he's just as befuddled as I am.
I'm not a very crying person, you know what I'm saying? But I do show emotion and I do show vulnerability. But to break out crying, I'm not built like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm built as I have like an intestinal fortitude inside of me. So if something's going bad, I recoup, regather myself, and I think of solutions on how I could get over that obstacle. So for me to get to the point of crying, that's never gonna happen. Or before I say never, it would rarely. Like the chances are very slim. You know what I'm saying? But I would express to you like, hey, babe, something going on with me right now. I'm not feeling, certain things, and I probably bounce some ideas off you, and because I like the inside of a woman as well. I'm very driven, I'm very focused, and I know what I want. But at the same time, I have a partner. I like to see things through her eyes, through her vision, because believe it or not, I don't know everything. My woman might see something that I can't see. You know what I'm saying? So I value her input, her opinion, and her guidance as well.
So is it something that you're comfortable with if it were to happen to the point where you couldn't compartmentalize it anymore?
Just say yes. Okay. Just say yes. End the suffering.
I believe in mental health. So if it gets to a point where my mental health is in danger, then of course you got to let it out. You know what I'm saying? Of course, yeah, you got to let it out and kind of purge yourself of, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, that hurt, whatever it is, so yes, if it comes to that point where my mental health would be on the verge of breaking, I would definitely, have that outpour.
Okay.
She's got a nice shaped head though, man. I like that buzz cut, man. I'm telling you.
Do you have any children, and where do you live?
I don't have any kids, but I currently live in Dallas, Texas.
Okay. And are you okay with commuting to Florida?
Yeah, I love traveling.
Okay, perfect. Wonderful.
Okay, those are two wonderful ladies. They had a lot of great responses. I know this one's going to be tough for you, but we do have to pop a balloon. Oh, what's going over there? All right, why did you end up popping your balloon?
I just really feel like they'd be a beautiful pair for sure. So yeah,
making no decisions.
Blocking your own blessings, but is he someone that's your type?
Yeah, I'm a sucker for African men. You're African, right?
We're all from
understandable.
Africa.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's given African, but yeah, it just seems like y'all would be such a beautiful pair for sure.
Don't have the African vibe, but
I appreciate that.
Let's head on back then.
I don't know if I would
Okay,
like
let me
to
bring you
pop
on up
the
here
balloon.
with us. Come on up
You
here with
might have
us.
picked her.
Scoot that way.
Okay,
You
now
stand over
listen to this,
here. All right, y'all. Any final question between the two of you before we determine if this is a match?
Yes. How do you feel about celibacy?
I'm guessing you're saying celibacy towards marriage, or?
Correct.
Okay. I mean, I'm a Christian man, so I respect.
Before he fumbles all over this thing, would it be fair to ask her if she's a virgin, if she's saying that? Would it be fair? That's what I'm saying. You asking me about, okay, first, I like the fact that she's trying to be intentional, but I think the question itself needs to have some more context to it. So if we were to get into this and be intentional about courting each other for marriage, what do you think about being celibate until the day happens, right? That's a better question about just telling me whether I be celibacy. If I'm going to be celibate, just spending money on you and we ain't going nowhere, and maybe, the maintenance man is busting you out while I'm sitting down here waiting for you to, unwind. I don't know. So but still, he should have asked some questions. But let's finish seeing how he fumbles this one.
That, and that's not a deal breaker for me because I have built up a emotional intelligence, and
you built up some blue balls that you're talking about. Go ahead.
I don't have any. I don't have anything against that.
Have you ever practiced celibacy?
Yes, I have.
While in a relationship?
Yes, I have.
Okay. And was it successful? I mean, sometimes it's not. I mean, God gives grace.
Yeah, so you're saying, have I practiced celibacy in a relationship and was it successful?
Yes. Were you successful in the celibacy?
Yes, I was.
Okay.
Yeah, because you lying. First of all, how could you be successful in a celibate relationship and y'all still ain't together? What he was doing it for? What kind of relationship, if it didn't lead to something like marriage, or if you broke up anyway, then what was the celibacy for? So I think he should have said, hell no, if we're gonna be in a relationship, I want to test the waters. Now, if we have a different understanding, I could try celibacy with you, right? I wouldn't force anything, but I just think his answer was a little queasy.
Okay, why'd you end up popping?
I think it was the hesitation at the beginning about the celibacy, and then when you were explaining like your day-to-day walk with the Lord, I think prayer is one aspect, but I'm also looking for someone who like incorporates like reading their Bible into that as well, because I think it can be hard to hear from God. Like, yes, we're praying, but it can be hard to hear from God if we're not also reading his word. And that wasn't something that you mentioned. So I think it's the combination of the two.
Okay, I respect that. I mean, I do read my Bible. It's just in the unconventional setting that we're in right now, it slipped my mind. I'm not going to remember every little thing, every little detail.
That's fair, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if you would have asked me that, I would have, gracefully just answered and tell you, yes, I do read my Bible at some point during the day.
Okay.
Yes.
I'd have told the tall chick in the back, man, get your balloon back. You know what I'm saying? I wanted you anyway.
We'll have you head on back.
All right, so listen, okay, our girl Waverly here, right? She threw down a gauntlet for celibacy, hard Christian values, all that kind of stuff, which is good, which absolutely is good. No shade. She's 30 years old. But I would have asked her a question, are you a virgin? Right? Or you practicing one of these, what they call it, rebirth virgins or whatever the hell it is, for the guy now that you want to get married, she don't have no kids, so she don't have no evidence of being anything other than, a steward over her box. So that's cool. So, but I don't know. But we're going to come back to her with the next guy. Anyway, so I have no real shade. But again, here's a guy, not a bad looking dude. He's got some shit with him and all that kind of stuff. He's leaving empty-handed, right? Empty-handed. Can't even get a date. That's just some tough. Listen, I mean, that's some tough stuff, right? I mean, if I couldn't get a date and I'm looking my best and all that shit, I think I'd feel some kind of way. I really would. You mean I can't pull these chicks? I mean, it's not, we ain't like they're all 10s or something. I can't even pull one of these chicks. Holy gosh. Anyway, You win some, you lose some. So what is next? We're done with this. Let me see what's next. We're gonna move up to the next guy coming out right after this guy. So let's just go ahead and keep playing.
Okay, Shad. Well, that is all the balloons popped, unfortunately, but we do thank you so much for coming. Let's give it up for him, ladies. I'll take this. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies. That's a nice panel, ladies.
All right, let's bring out our next single guy. Hello, welcome in. What's your name?
My name Body.
Body?
Yeah.
Okay, how old are you?
I'm 33.
And what do you do?
I'm an entrepreneur, vending machines, got a podcast, I do music. And
Okay.
then I franchise a dessert company in 2 malls.
Nice. All right, what do you like to do for fun?
Basketball, like the hoop. So it's pretty much, poker. I'm a homebody.
Okay.
I gotta go out the network, but I like to be home, watch a good series or something.
Okay.
That's
What do you?
pretty much it.
Okay.
Chess.
Chess. Now, what do you look for in a woman?
Beauty. I'm one of the people, like they say looks don't matter, but it mattered to me. But also being smart, loyal, because I'm sapio, so smart is real big. We can have intellectual conversations. Yes, that's pretty much. It's like from the base level.
Okay,
Yeah.
understandable. Now, what are some deal breakers?
I don't smoke or drink, so like cigarette smoke. If you smoke cigarettes, and then multiple baby daddies.
Okay, you said you
I don't have no
you don't
kids.
smoke or drink.
Yeah, I don't smoke or
You
drink
don't.
or have
Okay,
kids.
and no kids.
No.
All right. So we haven't got any pop balloons. Let me hand you a pick.
The hard part.
Yes, I'm gonna have you.
So we're gonna skip over him picking the chicks. So I'm gonna just move it forward because here's a guy. He's that we're gonna go up further, just so we don't have to waste time him talking to a lot of these chicks. 35. Let me go ahead. All right. 35, 49. Okay. All right. So yeah, he didn't really have anybody really wanting him, man.
Okay, let's bring out our next single guy. Hello, welcome in. What's your name?
James.
James?
Yes.
James, how old are you?
I'm 34.
Okay, and what do you do?
I'm a recent law school graduate.
Let me just stop this for a second. The last guy, right? That guy was 6'4". Maybe he didn't have a lot of things going. Maybe his dress. But again, none of the ladies wanted to go out with him. None of them. It's another guy. Nobody popped their balloon first, but nobody wanted to go out with him.
Graduate, and I also do a little bit of commentary work, legal and political.
All right, nice. So what do you like to do for fun?
I like to go on vacation. I like to just hang out with friends and family. I like to do a lot of humanitarian work. I do a lot of work with the homeless, a lot of work with at-risk youth. And I just like to watch like crime stories, keep up with legal stories in the news. Yes.
All right, lawyer. Almost though, right? Almost. Okay, congrats on graduating.
Thank you.
Now, what do you look for in a woman?
I like someone who is very family oriented.
Okay.
Someone who's going to put family above career. I like someone who likes to go to church and values the relationship with God. I like someone. Okay. I like someone who.
The two ladies who popped, they are not religious. The first one, Jamaican lady with the short hair, she said, "Nah, I don't have no walk with God or like that, no religion." And another one says, like, kind of, she's a agnostic,
Maybe just it is into the things that I like to do, into like helping homeless people, into at-risk youth, someone who's naturally nice, just a naturally kind person.
Like that.
It's not forced. Someone who's nice to the waitress, but it's also nice to the CEO of the company.
Okay, all right, that's a good one. Now, what are some of your deal breakers?
I don't like someone who is just unreliable, says one thing, does another. Someone who doesn't value a relationship with God. Someone who is just has no direction in life, you know. So that would be the top 3.
All right, so we did get.
All right, so we got some. We're gonna move up to 41. We're gonna move up to 41. Somewhere around here. All right, let's just go.
Oh, for sure.
But not right this instant, But I understand,
Yeah.
the ideology, and I think she's an attractive person as well.
Thank you.
I like the way she's dressed, and she has a nice smile.
Thank you. All right, thank you.
Let's go on over here. Your name and age, and why'd you end up popping your balloon?
Ayana, and I'm 27. Originally, it was because you were so soft-spoken and like you're so sweet. I'm a native New Yorker, and we're very loud. So I want to make sure that you're very, you feel equate. You don't feel like I am an alpha woman, but you don't feel like overly.
Okay, so she said two things. See how he reacts to her calling him soft-spoken. And of course, we have to ignore this alpha woman bullshit. Okay, yeah, there's really no such thing. It's just women who smell it themselves.
Powered by me. I think it's amazing that you are getting your law degree. That's what my parents wanted me to do. Wasn't happening because my BS is in criminal justice. So that's beautiful. And I love the fact that you actually give back to the community because a lot of people don't invest that time, especially in our Black community. So kudos to you. But yeah, that was the main one. I was going to touch on the fact that I am very career driven, but you highlighted what you meant by it. So I'm not going to even feed on that.
Yeah. What about for
Well,
her?
I think that I don't know. As far as me being soft-spoken, I'm actually originally from Georgia, southern Georgia, small town called Hinesville, and I now live out in Los Angeles. So just kind of where I was raised, but can't help that.
That's
But
fair.
as far as is she my type? I think it's a very eclectic style.
Yes.
I do like the boots and.
Oh, okay. Before anybody goes on, all right, the guy is soft-spoken. Okay, I mean, I heard he doesn't have like a high-pitched voice. You know what I'm saying? Maybe spoke his tone. Maybe it's kind of soft. But is that really? I mean, you ladies tell me, is that really a turn off? I mean, I would know. Because he's really defensive about it. So I think he hears this he's heard this from other women before, other people that he's soft-spoken because he can't let it go. Because all the other stuff she said, alpha woman and all other horse shit, all he could go back to is, well, I might, because I'm from the South that I'm soft-spoken. I don't know if that's true.
The combination, and all the girls have very nice teeth. I haven't seen any bad teeth yet, so very nice teeth as well.
Okay, so
Thank you. And we did get a pop balloon over here. Your name and age, and why'd you end up popping your balloon?
My name is Waverly, and I'm 30. And I popped my balloon. I just want to start by saying the faith aspect. I mean, that is definitely what I'm looking for. Like someone that's a man of God, serious about their faith, wanting to serve the community. But after hearing your voice for a while, the kind of like she mentioned, the soft spokenness just wasn't attractive to me.
All right, so okay, so she's not going to give you no box, but your voice doesn't get her wet, right? So, but you're a man of God, and he's putting you in front of me, but you don't have a good enough voice for me to be attracted to you, even though I'm not going to give you no ass at all anyway, because I'm celibate. All right, so yeah, I don't know, make it make sense.
I want you to come out here.
I mean, not tussling, but yeah, like that kind of just contributed to kind of the lack of attraction initially. Yeah.
Got it. No, she's someone that's your type.
I don't know. As far as the soft-spokenness, again, I don't know. It's kind of I don't know exactly what you mean by that. As far as like you want someone to speak louder or speak deep, voice be deeper, or
I don't even know how I would describe it. I was
because
almost
it could be changed. It can always kind of change up no matter what. So, do you want to get your balloon back?
No, I want you to be your authentic self. Like if that's just how you talk, that's how you talk. I know like kind of like for some people, there's certain sounds that can just be like nails on a chalkboard, and so not that your voice.
His voice is nails on a
No, I was just making the comparison. I was making the comparison that for some people, it's like that's just not something I necessarily want to hear all day, and because I want to like get married, like my ultimate goal is marriage. Like I want to hear, like his voice, it'd be pleasant. So yeah.
All right, cool.
Thank you. All right. Your name and age, and why'd you end up popping your balloon?
Mimi, 28. I love your style. I love the suit. And I also love your philanthropy. I'm a therapist. I work with people all day. It's really the religion. I am spiritual. I have an intimate relationship with God, but I don't believe in, at this point, organized religion. I don't go to church. And that's kind of just where I'm at right now. So I feel like it wouldn't be a match.
Cool beans. Are you an atheist as well?
I'm not an atheist. I believe in God and have an
Okay.
intimate relationship with him.
Okay, cool beans. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I think she's an attractive person. I do like the tattoo as well.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, nice feet as well.
Uh-oh. You're looking at all the feet. Your name and age, and why did you end up popping your balloon?
My name is Nia. I'm 32 years old. Oh, don't do that. You said not to give it talent. You're a very dapper gentleman. Very established. And I love that. Beautiful man. I just feel like there's, I don't want to say the attraction. Everybody always says the attraction, but you know when you feel it, when you just want.
All right. So she said something. So I'm trying to
be drawn to somebody.
She said, you know when you feel it, right? So this thing about some men who understand this, that a woman knows if she wants to have sex with you when she first sees you. And, you know, the way we say it is just that raw, right? You know, she kind of knows. So when I hear a woman tell a guy, and like in these panels, that first initial attraction isn't there, I think they're saying, regardless, you know, this is the woman being superficial, right? When they say men are superficial because we look at the outward beauty, I think when a woman says that initial attraction is there, what she really means is a euphemism is that I don't want to give you no ass right away, right? You can't, I don't want to open my legs to you. And this, I think this is where, you know, that's what they call it. So it could sound well, you know, but that initial, what does initial attraction really mean? Initial attraction for what? So we can actually, you know, get intimate with each other, right? It's not to have dinner. It's not this. You're a guy, when I look at you, I can feel, you know, I can get it on. That's what she said. That's what I hear now, you know, and maybe I heard it before because I always hear it from a man's point of view, that I always realized that the women I had the best chance with was the women who already picked me out before I said anything, you know? So that's, you know, so when I hear a lady say it, sounds good because women put it in that context. That initial attraction, fellas, is that, yeah, you know what? If in the right setting, you can get this. And so she's telling him, you know what? You can't get any of this. So ain't nothing you can do. You dress nice, you know, you look like you're in shape, but you know, when you open your mouth with that soft voice, you just ain't doing it for
me. And you can't help it.
Oh, yeah, she can't
and
help
also, I'm not necessarily in church. I'm not an atheist. I'm a bit more spiritual, so I just don't want to hold you up there. So,
Okay. Well, I want to just clarify, I guess, that when I say a relationship with God, I don't mean that I'm ultra saved or that I even read the Bible every day or anything like that. I just simply mean I go to church when I can. I also kind of watch sermons online, and I do have a relationship with God where I do pray very often. But I mean, I curse. I mean, I still live a normal life, if you will. I mean, I still do other things, but I still have a relationship with God, and I just simply want someone that has that as well.
Okay.
But I didn't want to, you know, my friends or whatever to watch this and think like, oh, he's trying to make it seem like, no, I still live a normal life. I just simply want someone who has a relationship with God or is pursuing a relationship with God.
Okay, understandable.
Now, is she someone that's your type?
Yeah, I mean, I love.
I told.
Can you zoom in on the feet? Zoom in on the feet. No, I think no, I think she wears you know, short hair very well as well. You know, I think a lot of women don't know that they don't wear short hair well sometimes. But I think she does. She wears it very well.
Thank you.
And I like the outfit and nice skin tone.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right, let's head back. So we do have an unpopped balloon over here. Let's have your name and age.
Hi, I'm Carmela and I'm 31.
Okay, and Carmela, why do you still have your balloon unpopped?
I'm just listening, trying to get more. I do like his faith in God. He seems like he got his stuff together. So that's something that I'm looking for.
Okay, nice. So any questions you guys may have for one another?
Where are you from?
Liberia. I was born and raised in Liberia. I came here when I was 9.
To Phoenix?
No, I live in Atlanta, but I'm saying I was born in Liberia.
Okay. So how long you been living in Atlanta?
Like 2 years.
Okay, cool. And what are you looking for in a man?
First of all, I'm looking for a God-fearing. I'm looking for a man who can lead, and I'm looking for a partnership, somebody that we can work together as a team.
When was your last relationship?
2 years.
2 years ago, from a guy in Atlanta.
No, it was long distance.
Oh, long distance.
Yeah.
Okay. Why'd you guys break up?
Lack of communication and consistency.
You have children?
Yes, I do have one.
How old?
He's 8.
Okay.
Is
That's
that a
all.
problem?
I'll hear your questions if you have any.
Yeah, it's a child problem.
No, it's not.
Okay.
That's your only question for him?
And long distance. Where you say you?
I currently live in Los Angeles.
Okay, so is long distance a problem for you?
No, I used to live in Atlanta as well, actually. So I still have family down there, and I go visit.
Okay. Now, is she someone that's your type?
Yeah. I mean,
Don't do me too bad.
Hey, whenever y'all say don't look, I'm gonna tell him to zoom in. Whenever y'all so I do like the outfit. I think I like the hair as well. I like the style of the hair. She says she's into faith-based as well, and she's a mother, so kind of showing a nurturing skills and
Good evening.
a caring ability. So you asked, was a child a problem? The child itself is not the problem, but the age.
Okay.
The age is the problem for me. I don't mind playing stepdaddy, but it would have to be to someone, I would say 10, 12 or older.
Okay.
And I say that because I feel like if I date someone with a young child and we break up and I have an attachment towards this young child, and then we're not talking, we're mad at each other, our relationship is separated, what happens to that relationship with that innocent child, who probably has built an attachment towards me as well?
Okay.
So someone that young, I wouldn't want to be around unless we were like very serious.
Okay.
Thank
you.
All right.
The ladies like
Ladies,
that
all the
answer.
balloons
They
popped.
like
Let's head
that
on
answer.
back then.
Another dude.
Okay, well, like I said, that's all the balloons popped. We do thank you for coming on. Give it up for him, lady.
All right, so it's like his voice was a death sentence, right? It was. You know what? I know a guy. He spoke in high octaves and stuff. He even had a wife. But I'm just saying, this guy looked kind of dapper. He's a lawyer. He ain't passed the bar. I wonder what these honeys are looking for. The perfect man to come up there. And then, of course, this religious Joe over here, Waverly, I guess it's she wants a Tupac's with a crucifix, or with a priest outfit on. That's what she wants, So, well, God bless. I don't think you're gonna find it. You can't lust after a man's voice and then want to be celibate at the same time. So, stop. just stop. All right. So, what's next? What is next? All right. So I think we're done with this one, and we're gonna go on to another clip. 36. Now, this is a man's panel, and the women are coming out. So, and I'm gonna just clip through a few of those, and then we're gonna get to Arlette's husband does an interview with one of the guys off this next panel. And I think that's a pretty interesting interview. All right. Let's do it. Just like I said, I was going to pop the balloon. All right.
Relationships and also
let me start that
purpose
I don't know what
contribute to your value. So
it went to the end. All right, so there's a guy come out, then we're gonna have the first lady come up in a minute here. Let me see. Let's get her up there.
Yeah. All right. Well, with that being said, let's go ahead and bring out our first single lady. Hello. Welcome in. What's your name?
My name is Nita.
Nita, how old are you?
I am 38 years young.
And what do you do?
I work in public health.
Okay. All right. So, what are some things you like to do for fun?
I like everything involving outdoors. So hiking, road trips, picnics.
I like the buzz cut on her too. It's nice. She looked a little older than 38, but she's still looking good.
Sports, outdoor sports. I love flag football, for example.
Okay.
I also love live band, anything dancing related. So salsa, merengue, bachata, that's what I do. So yeah, that's pretty much.
Okay. Now, what are some things you look for in a man?
Whew. I look for a man who is confident, emotionally intelligent, masculine leadership. It's very important. Someone who's honest, vulnerable, someone who's a safe space, and someone who not only who's a safe space, but someone who has someone who has space to be present.
Okay.
Also, someone who is just an all-around good man, good human being.
Now, what are some deal breakers?
The opposite of that.
Okay.
To include hygiene. That's very important. Also, a smoker, a heavy smoker. I don't mind someone who smokes cannabis here and there, but if you're pretty heavy on that, I can't do that.
Okay.
And if you have more than one child, that's a deal breaker as well.
Okay, cool. So we did get a pop balloon. Let's go on over there, see why he ended up popping.
All right, so this guy right here, he's gonna show out this whole show, and her husband interviews him later on. So we'll just watch some of his antics as the ladies come out.
Name and age.
My name is Desmond. My friends call me Dr. Des. I'm 37 years old.
Okay. And Desmond, what do you do?
I'm an entrepreneur and I also work for the government. I have a doctorate degree and I also work as a family nurse practitioner.
Okay. So why did you end up popping your balloon?
I do have a criteria. It's called a DES factor. It's just simple as ABC. I look at the appearance, I evaluate the brains, and also look at character. So she didn't pass the appearance factor.
All right. Well then. Now, is Desmond someone that's your type?
You know, appearance-wise, I will say that there are some things that I wouldn't go for, but I like to get to know someone. So, you know, we would have to have a conversation and see where you are mentally. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. All right. I'll head back that way.
So let me go up because we don't have to waste a lot of time on it. I just want to introduce you to this guy over here, but let's get to the next guy.
Yes. So, what do you value most in life and why?
All right. Let's come on this way. Name and age first.
Hello, my name is Oba. I'm 39.
And Oba, what do you do?
I am a project manager in the information systems field.
So her question was, what do you value most in life?
And why?
It's funny, I'm learning to value things like relationships because I've spent so much of my life kind of independent, kind of doing my own thing and going my own way. And I'm starting to really understand that the quality of your life is directly related to the quality of those relationships. So yeah, that's what I value.
Okay.
Thank you.
Name and age.
So let me stop it right there because we don't have to go any further because actually they matched up. All right, my man Obi and her, they matched up. So I just wanted to introduce my man Dez over here, but I just wanted to let you know that she matched up with the brother over there, dark skinned brother. So we're gonna fast forward to 2311, something like that. All right. Let's just go.
We got our next single lady. Hello, welcome in. What's your name?
My name is Tamia.
Tamia, how old are you?
I'm 36 years old.
And what do you do?
I am an engineer.
Okay.
I work in medical manufacturing.
Nice.
And I'm also an entrepreneur.
Okay.
I own a clothing store as well.
All right. Very busy.
Yes.
What do you like to do for fun?
Things I do for fun. One, I love to travel. So I like to go see new places.
Okay.
I like sports. Going to basketball games, football games. I like music. So going to concerts, listening to music, dancing. Yeah, and then I like to help people, others. So doing community work.
Good.
Mentoring, coaching, any way I can help my community.
Okay.
build.
Now, what do you look for in a man?
Things I'm looking for in a man. One, a man that knows the Lord. I'm looking for a man that is secure. And when I say secure, I mean secure in himself, secure in who he is, his abilities, and his future, where he's going.
Okay.
I also look for somebody that wants longevity, that's in it for the long haul, somebody that wants marriage, children. So yeah, that's what I look for.
Now, what are some deal breakers?
Deal breakers, cigarette smoking is a no for me. 420, do your thing, but you know. Also, if you've been previously married, yeah, I'm not gonna do that one.
All right, cool. So we
Yeah.
did get some pop balloons. Let's
Yeah.
go on over there, see why they ended up popping. Your name and age.
Desmond, call me Dr. Des, age 37, founder CEO of Platinum Care Health Solutions.
All right. And Desmond, why'd you end up popping your balloon?
She's a beautiful lady, attractive, nice teeth. I love that. I put my balloon one because of the age, second because of the legs.
The legs. What's wrong with her legs?
There's nothing wrong with your legs. I do pay attention to the full package,
Yeah.
and I'm very specific when
Yeah.
it comes to physical attraction. So that really didn't fall into my area of interest. Thank you. Yeah.
So you don't like thicker women, you like slimmer women?
I love women that are fit. There's certain specifications I'm looking for. The thickness has to be at a specific location. So that's what I'm looking for.
Well, that's the African gene, so I can't help that one, honey.
Thank you.
I gotta just roll with it.
Gotcha.
That's the DNA.
Beautiful
That's the
teeth,
ancestors.
though. I love the
so.
teeth. It's very wide
Yeah.
and very clean, and I
Thank
love it.
you.
Yeah, hygiene's perfect.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Now, is he someone that's your type?
I like the way you're dressed. I love your outfit. Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll take that.
Yeah.
Let me stop that there. I'm gonna fast forward again. I just wanted to highlight this Desmond guy. The rest of the guys are kind of routine with her. But let me go to this guy. She picks this guy.
Ugh. Honestly, I'm African, so we eat a lot of things. But I love fish. So I really want to become pescatarian. So, but yeah, I eat bacon for sure.
Me too. It's all right.
Okay.
You good? Do you have any final questions? If you don't have one, it's fine. You don't have to force it.
What do you do for work again?
I'm a firefighter, entrepreneur, and I do event space, like event manager.
Oh, I'm actually been thinking about getting
Gotcha.
in that
We can
business.
chat.
That's
We can chat.
amazing.
We can definitely
I like
chat.
that.
All right.
Yeah.
Let me ask my final question then. Is it a yes for you for her?
The only reason I would say no, I don't want to do long distance. So I hit Minnesota, I think, long distance, and I have my own situation with a long distance situation.
I can come
And
over
it
there.
kinda-
I can travel. So, and I'm willing to move. So I don't want to live in the cold forever.
To New Jersey?
I would move to a lot of places. I would move international. I'm open. I have a foreign mindset. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right. We can chat.
Oh.
We can chat.
Okay, well then let me ask that again. Is it a yes for you for her?
I say yes.
Okay.
Why not?
And is it a yes for you for him?
Yes.
Okay, we got a match.
That's amazing.
I'll take this mic, and you guys can go on up. Go ahead and make some noise for them, guys.
All right, so let me right here.
Danielle, how old are you?
I'm 37.
Okay, and what do you do?
I'm a hairstylist and also
Okay. And now, what do you like to do for fun?
I'm kind of like a big kid at heart. I like amusement parks, arcades. I like traveling. That's pretty much it. Other than that, I'm like a homebody.
Okay.
I like to cook, clean, chill.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you look for in a man?
Someone who's adventurous, likes to go out, have fun, who can also be a homebody, someone who's who's like really driven when it comes to being an entrepreneur or like, whatever business they're in, just they go hard,
Okay, okay. What are some of your deal breakers?
Someone who is emotionally unattached, someone who doesn't know how to have fun or laugh. Someone who is a excessive drinker, cigarette smoker, and someone who doesn't believe in God.
Okay. All right. So we got some pop balloons. Let's go on over there, see why they ended up popping. Your name and age?
Desmond. My friends call me Dr. Des, founder CEO of Platinum Care Health Solutions, 37 years old.
Okay. And why did you end up popping your balloon?
I do have some criterias. As a high value man, I value the simple ABCs. I call them the DES factor. The A is for appearance, the B is for the brains, and the C is for character. She didn't pass my appearance test.
Okay. In what way?
So with the appearance, I look at the front, the back. She got the front. I cannot appreciate the back for now. And I also feel the aroma. The aroma is not there. So appearance test 1/3.
Okay.
You say aroma. What the hell are you talking about? Oh my God. The aroma. I think she took it pretty well. Look at her face. Oh my God.
Now, is he someone that's your type?
Not at all.
Okay. Why not?
Oh no.
Just someone he's kind of a stickler. I mean, he seems very serious. I mean, the suit is nice, but just not really my type, not my cup of tea.
Cool.
He tried.
We got another one down over here. Okay.
Oh,
Name
my
and age.
God.
Cedric, I'm 37.
Hi, Cedric.
Hey,
And Cedric, why'd you end up popping your balloon?
low energy. That's really it. You seem like you probably just got off work or something, and you just
I'm
work.
just not a loud person. Like
Yeah.
once you get to know me, I'm pretty observant and like to read the room and feel everybody out first before I just like. But I'm good. I'm cool. I'm chill. Like it is what it is. But I speak up. I'll let you know. So
Okay. Now, is Cedric someone that's your type?
he's cool. He's cool. I mean, yeah.
Still looking.
The shoes didn't really go with the outfit. I like the outfit though. I do. It's just but
And the balloon is popped.
everybody.
Well, let's kind of stop that right there. I don't think she's bad at all. Except for my pet peeves with the hair and the lashes. But anyway, I'm gonna move it on a little bit because we got some other stuff to get to. All right, so here we
Mamas.
Okay, let's go there and come back. All right, do you have any kids?
Yeah, I got a 19-year-old son. That's it. Me and his mom is cool. She married, had another baby, so we're pretty cordial. I see my son. He stay with me, so I see my son all the time.
Okay. You done with kids or?
Should be, but but you never know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know, I'm from you know you never know. I never say never. So
Okay.
This way. Any kids?
Let me stop it there because the guy she was just with, they team up, right? They team up. This guy here, he's just thirst trapping. Let's hear a little bit what he got.
I got kids.
How many kids?
4.
Don't say it like that. They're your kids. You're supposed
I
to be
got 4.
proud.
I'm proud of them.
Okay, you gotta
But,
say it louder
you know,
than that. You got 4 kids. It is what it is. Okay.
Nah, but 4.
We love the kids. How many baby mamas?
4. I'm definitely like, don't take it the wrong way. I'm one and done. College kid, student, when you trying to go to the league, one and done. Stuff just don't work out.
Yeah.
Do you have any kids? I think you mentioned you have
I have
one.
a daughter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, I'm still open to more. You know.
Good.
That's my thing.
All right. So we guys, any questions for her? Oh, let's go over here. Okay, go ahead.
How old is your daughter?
Her father is in Texas. I'm in California. We have not seen each other really since the baby. So, but she's 1.
Okay.
Yeah. So she keeps all my time. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, but I can go.
Should.
I can travel. I can, I can do my thing. But
Yeah.
that's what I do. I enjoy spending time with her. I'm not working. Like I work.
Yeah.
And then I spend time with my daughter, and then I have time to go do something after that. And we do that.
Yeah, and you being a hairstylist, I understand because I'm a tattoo artist, so I'm kind of the same type of thing.
But I make my own schedule.
Yeah, I make my own
I want to
schedule
carve
too.
something.
Yeah,
I want to go do
definitely.
something.
So yeah, I fuck with it. Yeah.
So she got a 1-year-old kid, and the dude's in Texas. So it sounded like that was just a hookup or something like that, right? But that thing is so prevalent in our community, right? Guys and gals hooking up, having babies, and even before the baby's born, they're broken up. I mean, it's crazy. Now, his kid is getting ready to get out of the house. He's 19. Hers is just coming in, but he doesn't seem troubled by it because they do hook up. I mean, at least for the date, so we don't have to fast forward. So that's how this one ends. These two match up, so that's cool. So what is next? There's another one that I want to show at 1 hour. 1 hour.
The 2 people.
1 hour. There you go.
I seen that.
Okay.
Did you see that?
Of course. I probably seen it before you did.
Okay. All right. Let me bring you up here then. Come up here. Come up here. Come up here. Come on up. Okay, so he asked a question. Do you have a final question for him? If not,
listen
don't
to
worry
this
about it.
exchange.
No final questions.
How old is your daughter?
12.
Her dad, relationship. She
Pardon?
got a relationship with her dad.
Oh, we don't do exes.
But that's her dad.
Yeah, but I mean, if he don't want it, why would she want it?
I dig it. I just lost my dad young at 12, so I encourage the relationships between both parents.
My condolences.
Thanks, but I need somebody to have their kid's father in their life, just to show you the bigger person.
Okay, well, yeah, you should pop.
Sorry about that.
No, it's
But
okay.
I'm big in my kid's life, so I just want what I put out for every kid because I grew up the streets, so I didn't have a father figure. I think every child should have both parent figures.
Yeah, this is not a conversation I want to have because I think our level of understanding on relationships and bonds between a daughter and a father is something that's neither here nor there. I lost my father a couple of years ago, and he wanted to be in my life. So yeah, that's something totally different. But for you to touch that and not know the dynamic of it, or the history of it, I'm glad you popped, because I was going to pop for you.
Well, I just know what I was missing. So,
But you're not my daughter, so you don't know, how she feel about that situation.
Totally understood.
Thank you.
And it ain't my place to step boundaries either.
You're right.
Thank you. I'll have you head over.
All right, so what do y'all think about that exchange there? Now, I think she was overly defensive. I get child alienation vibes, in terms of her daughter not wanting to have a relationship with her father. How does that happen if you're not influencing that? Right? That's what it sounds like. Well, the guy in here, the guy could be a deadbeat, but the percentage of men are not deadbeats like that. So I just think that interchange was a man standing up for this guy has 4 kids, 4 baby daddies. 4 baby mamas. And it sounds like he still wanted to be in all of their lives, even though that's nothing that I would encourage. So he just brought it up. And she got immediately defensive, and we all know that female alienation of fathers from their kids is a big thing, especially if a woman can't get what she wants out of the man. And of course, I'm coming down on the side of the dude, because he ain't here to defend himself. But if the girl's 8 years old, how does she know that she doesn't want to have a relationship with her father unless somebody told her not to? Anyway, I've been up close and personal with my family to see how the alienation works. It's a horrible thing. So anyhow, so that was an interesting exchange. What's going on, Lit? How you doing? At the end. So, I just wanted to highlight that. So, is still one more segment into this show, and I think there is just one more short segment that I'm on at 1:35. 1:35. I think it's pretty interesting. 1:35. It's good enough.
Make some noise for them, guys.
That's a good night.
Good. All right, let's bring out our next single lady. Hello, welcome in. What's your name?
Crystal.
Crystal, how old are you?
37.
And what do you do?
She looks
I
younger
work
than
in tech as a
37.
partnership manager.
Nice. And what do you like to do for fun?
I like to travel.
Okay. All right. It's okay. You got this. Don't be nervous. What do you look for in a man?
Someone who's honest, kind, patient, welcoming, loving.
All right. Now, what are some deal breakers?
A cat daddy.
Like he has a pet cat?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't do cats.
Got it.
And cigarette smokers.
All right. Cool. So we haven't got any pop balloons. So let me go ahead and hand you a pic just so you can hold on to that. But I am going to have you go ahead and ask these guys a question.
Okay, so my first question is, what makes you a highly valuable man and why?
What makes you a highly valuable man and why? Come on over.
Look at this guy.
All right, let's start here first. Name and age and answer your question.
My name is Desmond. Friends call me Dr. Des, founder, CEO of Platinum Care Health Solutions, 37 years old. Deep breath.
You told me all the shit. Now you don't know how to define.
What makes me a high value man? Okay. I think my ambition, my dedication to my profession, and my values all contributes to my value as a man, and not just as a man, as a human. So I feel like resources is just an aspect of what contributes to the value of a man. I also think relationships and also purpose contribute to your value. So I'm a high value man because I do have the resources. I'm very dedicated to my practice, and I do have purpose, and that's why I'm here. Thank you.
Okay.
I don't know.
Name and age and answer to her question.
Ice 44. What makes me high value? When you Google high value, certain things will come up. It says that the man has to have empathy. He has to have a good character. It also says he has to earn a certain amount of money per month in order to be considered high value. Some of the things that they say that qualify for that, I am that. And I just handle mine. So yeah, I mean, it's when you break it down, if it has to be shown on paper, I'm considered high value. I don't like to toot my horn like that, but it is what it is.
Okay. Name and age and answer to her question.
My name is Cedric. I'm 37. And what makes me a high value man is I'm driven, ambitious. I know what I bring to the table. And the reason why I know, all right, I know what I bring to the table. And I provide what I require. So that's what makes me a high value man.
Name and age and answer to her question.
Hey, I'm Jamie. 30. I'll be 38 next month. I'm a high value man because I'll be high in my values. No, I'm just playing. I'm just kidding. You know Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.?
Yeah.
He said the measure of a man is not where he stands in times of comfort and convenience, but where he stands in times of challenge and controversy. So when things get tough, the tough get going. And that's me. And that's why I'm a high value man.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, let's head on back. And I am going to have you go ahead and pop one balloon.
Yeah.
Mm. Okay.
You can go whenever you're ready. All right. So, Ice, why did you have your balloon unpopped?
She's pretty. Yeah, I like her hair. She's pretty. She's cool.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, why'd you end up popping his balloon?
Just not my type.
Okay.
Yeah. But you're a good looking man. I like your top and your necklace, but just not my preference.
That's cool.
All right. Thank you. Okay. We've got 3 guys left. Go ahead and ask them another question.
Okay, my second question is tell me what excites you, what you're passionate about, and why.
Start down there and come back up. All right. Whenever you're ready.
Yeah, so there's a lot of things that excite me, but one thing that I'm particularly excited about is just being a lifelong learner. Just the fact that, like, Albert Einstein said the only thing we know is that we don't know anything at all. So just, continuing to learn, through the ups and downs, I think that's a very exciting aspect of life.
Okay.
Okay. Over here.
What excites me, I love giving back. I love helping people. And I'm driven by, I call it the 3 I's, like impact, 2 I's, impact and influence. So if I'm able to add value to someone else's life and be able to have a positive impact and influence on them, then that's what excites me.
Nice.
And over here.
What excites me, I'll say soccer, or as the rest of the world call it, football. What I'm passionate about health. I have a medical practice and I love helping people and walking with them through their path to good health.
Nice.
Great. And just to throw it back at you, what excites you?
I would say self-development, learning new things, taking courses to learn, and yeah, that's what I would say.
Okay, cool. All right, so let's go ahead and pop another balloon whenever you're ready.
It's so hard. Okay.
All right, so Desmond, why did you have your balloon unpopped?
She's a beautiful lady, physically very attractive. I wish I had a chance to go to my B portion. You were not here when I was giving my criteria out. I have a test. It's called the DEST protocol, which is ABC. So you gotta pass the physical attraction test. The brain's gotta be there. So the intellect, I have asked some questions about your intellect and also the character side. So unfortunately, we didn't get to the B and the C, but you're physically attractive and definitely my type.
Thank you.
Why did you end up popping his balloon?
I didn't like his answer.
I guess out of the other two, I would go with them. That's all. But you're a good-looking man.
Thank you.
And I like your accent.
Thanks.
And where are you from again?
I'm from Cameroon. It's in the middle of Africa. We're considered Central Africa, but at one point in time, we're considered West Africa. But yeah, middle of Africa.
Okay, nice. Thank you. So we've got 2 guys left. Go ahead and ask them your last question.
All right. So my next question is about safe space. So in order for me to be free and be completely open in a relationship, I need safe space. So what does creating a safe space for your partner look like? And then also, I'd like to know what state you guys live in and if you have children.
Okay, let's go on over here. Whenever you're ready.
For me, safe space, just being vulnerable and transparent, just allowing you to be, allowing you to express yourself in your fullest capacity. And I live here in Phoenix, Arizona. I have no kids.
Over here.
I'm gonna answer the easy questions first. I don't have any kids. I'm from Ohio. But also, it ain't no safe space with me. It ain't safe. No, I'm just playing. I'm just kidding. I just like honesty. You know what I'm saying? So as long as you honest with me, it's safe. You know what I'm saying? Once you start getting sneaky and everything like that, it's not safe. But you can, as long as you can be honest, transparent. I love to keep everything open. You know what I'm saying? And I support you. You support me, and it's all good.
Plays around too much.
All right. So he's in Arizona. He's in Ohio. Where are you?
I'm in New York.
New York. Okay. Okay. So, guys, any questions for her?
Question.
Okay.
You have kids?
I do. I have 2 boys,
Okay.
10 and 5.
Why are you looking at me? What?
That's too big, bro.
It's a non-starter for these
What?
two.
Why'd you end up popping?
Oh, the kids. It's the kids
Okay.
thing. Yeah. And
Got it.
and the distance too.
Okay. Okay. Now, is he someone that's your type?
Yes.
Um,
Why you hesitating,
Yeah.
baby? Yeah, of course he is.
Okay. And what makes him your type?
I like his skin tone. He has nice teeth. I like the outfit. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
All right. I wonder why you popped. Why'd you end up popping?
I don't know. Like she pretty. She seems super sweet, but it just ain't fair, man. Like I just want to start out my own family, everything like that. You know, outside of that, I would have been like begging to, I've been over here like, what up, what up, what up? But yeah, nah, she cool and everything like that.
Okay. Okay. All right. Now, is he someone that's your type?
Yes.
No, but I like your hair texture and your eyebrows are better than mine, which I don't appreciate. I don't appreciate that. But
Oh wait.
but he looks great.
Thank you for being nice
So
about
once
it.
again,
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
Let's head on back.
So again,
All
so you
right, so
don't have
that's
a
all the
match.
balloons popped, but we do thank you so much for coming on. Let's give it up for her, guys. Let's take this.
Well, it's no match because of the children. Of course, we don't know the backstory with that. I don't know if she's married or not, but she has 2 kids. We didn't ask her whether they're by the same guy or not. It's starting to, I think it's really starting to play a role in, maybe it's always played a role, but it's being more and more prevalent that men are actually coming out without shame saying, listen, I want to start my own legacy. And it seemed like these guys are a little older as well, and they still didn't have any kids. So they were being more careful Of course, men usually don't have as much sex as women do these days, but it seems like they were being careful not to have kids. And so it's only fair that when they want to find somebody, that they could find somebody to start their own legacy. It's going to start to be prevalent. That pendulum is starting to swing where, the forces of just saying, go ahead and have a baby and think that world's going to be great for you later on. The receipts is just not there. They aren't. But anyway, I want to go into my next part of this, and it's going to be shorter, I promise, where Arlette's husband does a sit down with the dude with the hat, Dr. Des, and they have a conversation. And some of the conversation the men might want to chime in on, because here's one man kind of chastising another man about his behavior. Some of it is cool, but he also kind of questions whether he should have some kind of standards that he's talking about and repeating over. But let me just play the damn thing. So I think the conversation gets interesting. So I'm going to stop and start it. I'm not going to play it all the way through, but her husband has a pretty...
All right, welcome back to BM Talks to Them. So today we actually have Desmond, but he goes by Dr. Des. Welcome. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Thanks for having me.
Okay. So you was actually on episode 36 of Pop the Balloon.
Respect, and I still want to honor, even though I am a Western guy, but I still have African traditional values.
So how come the last girl, she was the same age as you? You was not older than her by years.
Man,
You said that the guy has to be older than the girl by years.
People there and made some good friendship while on the show. So it was remarkably phenomenal.
Okay. So Dr. Des, right?
Yeah.
Let me get straight into it, right? Let's talk about this Des factor that you created. How did that come about? Why did you create that?
So I've been in the dating scene for a little bit now, and I'm looking for a certain caliber of woman. I'm one of those guys that is not timid about sharing their desires. I'm one of those guys that is not shy to express himself honestly. So I was looking for, like, what kind of woman will I want? That's where the Des factor come into place, because I'm very unique. I cherish physical beauty. I think women are blessed with certain features, that there's a reason for those features, and I love it. So I said, okay, this is what I want. I want somebody with these certain features of physical appearance, and then appearance is shallow. I understand that. But I go a little bit deeper. If you pass the appearance test, we're going to talk about the intellect, the brain, which is the B portion of the Des factor. So I ask them questions to see how their reasoning is, both qualitative and quantitative reasoning. And also, last but not the least, the character. I want to make sure that it's a woman I can take to my mom. I'm an African man, like I always mention on the show. I'm always an African first. And your mom has to be able to accept your woman, and they're not going to accept a woman without a good character. So that's where the Des factor came from.
Okay, so it's something that you made up yourself. I do want to ask you, do you not think that you need to move on from this Des factor? Because clearly it hasn't worked. No girl has qualified. So don't you think it's time that you find something else?
All right, before he answers, I mean, you can look at this both ways. Now, I see that little tint in his question. There's nothing wrong with a man having some standards that he's identified and codified. Now, how he wields those standards might be questionable, but there's nothing wrong with him having those three standards to judge a woman by for him. Now, whether they work now or they haven't worked, that's just part of the process of separating the wheat from the chaff. Because let me tell you, if you don't have any standards, you'll accept almost anything. And if you do, you're not, the pool is going to be smaller, because you're measuring against something that in your mind is a worthwhile measure. Now, the way he wields that so-called Des factor in front of everybody, you know, that could be questioned. At least that's how I look at it.
Well, I wouldn't say no girl has qualified. There's wonderful ladies that I meet every day that meet requirements for the Des factor. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to have a certain score that, you know, above a certain threshold. But then, you know, but then we have to have a common fundamental values. So I still believe, I'm a hopeless romantic. I'm a romantic guy. I believe there is a woman out there for me. And I believe there's actually quality people that I've been talking to and getting to know more. And I'm like, it actually works. I understand that having a criteria like that reduces the dating pool. That's okay. I don't want too many options. I want a limited select few that are high quality that I can pick from. And that's where the Des factor comes in. It limits that pool. So all the people that do not meet those criteria or those qualifications don't make it up to that, you know, that selection.
Okay, so you have your own standards, basically. You have your own standards.
Absolutely, like everyone else.
Okay, no, I hear that. And I must say as well, so today we see you have a new hairstyle. The braids are gone. Yeah, so what made you get rid of the braids? Because we saw a lot of comments about your hair. About your hair.
We're not going to talk about it.
Keep saying that you are, right?
There's not anything else to insult, you know?
Okay. All right, so let's talk about this high value man that you keep saying that you are, right? I want to ask you a question. Yeah. Would a high value man stomp on a balloon the way that you did?
Simple answer is no. If you go on my Instagram, I posted a video on that incident, okay? I kind of make fun out of it. It was a spur of the moment. Some people describe me as serious, and others would describe me as funny as well.
That's stupid.
And this is a clean example. Danielle think I'm a stickler, or I appear to be a serious guy. But if you just rewind that clip a little bit before that, you see that I'm actually I'm a fun-loving guy. I laugh out loud, and some people would find my laughing irritating, and they don't consider that to be a high-value laugh. I don't even know. Somebody made a comment like that. However, I'm a funny guy. I like to do some goofy stuff once in a while. I think stomping on the balloon was immature on my part, but in no way, shape, or form was it meant to diminish Danielle as a human being, okay? After the show, I reached out to her personally. I said, hey, you know, I reached out to her IG, say, hey, no malice intended. You are a beautiful lady, and I wanted to sincerely apologize first for the stomping on the balloon, and second, for one of the comments, I think I misspoke when I mentioned the aroma. I meant to mention aura. So I feel your aura, your presence, but I said her aroma. So people kind of misconstrued that, thinking that it was about scent or smell or things like that. No, it's actually the presence. So she didn't stink, she didn't smell. I was trying to communicate that it was the aura I was talking about. And by the way, English is not my first language, okay? I'm from Cameroon, was bilingual. My mother tongue is different. So sometimes my subject-verb agreement may not be perfect. Sometimes my pronunciation may not be perfect. But I do take accountability and responsibility when I misspeak. For that incident, I misspoke about the aroma. It was aura that I meant to communicate.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's good that you took some accountability there, because I must say, stomping on a balloon like that is very childish. If you are talking of a high-value man, high-value men know how to act, especially when you're being watched by millions of people, right? So I want to ask you, Dr. Des, what does high-value man mean to you?
Okay, I'll make it simple. I know when the lady asked me on the show, it didn't flow the way I wanted it to flow, but everybody knows we go on that show, people get nervous. Okay, high-value man, number one thing I want to mention here. A high-value man first, you got to have the income. And that income has to be consistent for a given period of time. So baseline 6 figures. Okay, you got to make a minimum above a 6-figure threshold for a certain period of time. So some people say 3 years, some people say 5 years. I happen to believe if you make more than 6 figures or more than 5 years, you do fall in a category of a high value man with other stipulations that's supposed to apply. Second thing, education. A high value man is an educated guy. You got to possess at least a certain level of education, formal education. Also, you got to be street smart. Just academics doesn't cut it. A high value man is street smart. You have common sense. You can interact with people. You bring value into people's lives. You bring value into the community. And also, a high value man has valuable relationships. Okay, you're in the midst of other high value men. You keep company of other high value men. You can easily get referral recommendations from other high value men. That relationship is very important. Last but not the least, integrity. Integrity. High value men are not liars. People will come on the show and they'll ask him, do you think celibacy was your celibacy successful in your relationships? You say, yeah. I mean, what do you mean? If it was successful, you wouldn't be on another dating show.
Hey, Dr. D, man, real high value men don't walk around saying I'm a high value man, right? I mean, they just show it and act that way, right? You know, they just actually don't have to keep telling people they're high value. You know, that diminishes your value. I mean, it's like you have to have other people edify you when you're not around, right? So, and then they look at you that way. But to sit and walk around talking about I'm a high value man, it's crazy. It's funny, but anyway.
Oh, be honest, man. Just gotta be honest.
So let me ask you, yeah. So obviously you said that on the show you said as an African man, you need to be older than your woman, right? The last girl that came out, she was 37 years old. She was the same age as you. Now she could have been older than you by months, right? So you didn't know that, but you kept your balloon. Now you're basically saying that he has to be older, meaning is it older by months as well, or is it older by years?
Older by years. So, for example, if I take her to my family,
right?
If I take her to my family, they'll say, "Oh, this is Crystal. She's 37 years old." Nobody cares about the months. Nobody cares about her. They just want to know how old she is. And then I'm 37. She's 37. That's fine. That's acceptable, traditionally speaking. I want to make a caveat. No, there's a nuance to that statement. When I say as an African man, I'm talking about African traditional values. Traditional values in the African cultural context, usually men are...
Where's Ekene when you need them?
Are usually older than the women or their wives. Usually. I know there are exceptions, but all my African brothers and African sisters, they know this to be true. When you take somebody, they say, "Oh, this is my wife, she's older than me." It's not like they're going to oppose the marriage, but there are going to be questions, or they're going to be like, why will you go for someone older than you? Like, you're going to be judged, basically. So I'm just saying that traditional African values, men should be at least older than their wives, because the man is looked at as the leader in the household, the provider in the household, the protector of the household. And sometimes when the lady is older than the guy, respect. If the lady may do something that's not even intentional, but that guy may see that thing as a disrespect because she's older than you. Oh. You know, those are some of the things that make us who we are. And I know that right now we live in a conventional society. Everybody wants to do things conventionally, the way the Western world does. I still have some African traditional values that I still respect.
Let me give you an example, right, Desmond, right?
Yeah, let me, I just fast forwarded to past that age thing. I mean, I don't know how many people actually look at it, but he has a point. If you don't want a woman that's older than you, just say it. It doesn't even have to be that traditional. If you want to be older than your chick, that's it. You know, it don't have to really be that deep.
This guy that you see here, this guy, look at him, Desmond. He's a cool guy. I've spoken to you. You're actually a cool guy, right?
Thank you, man.
Now,
thanks for saying that. That actually lifts me up a little bit.
Okay, so if you look at me, right? You know, when you said to me, when I spoke to you, you said to me, "Rob, BM, I didn't know that you're a musician and you're very down to earth." You know, What did you say? You found out that I made some songs that you know of, right? But how do I act in front of people?
You are a gentle guy. Okay. There are people like you,
Okay.
and we need those people like you in this world. And we need people like me. We have to coexist.
Okay, so let me give you an example now, right, Desmond, right? You see the way I am, I wouldn't go out there and start talking like this. I am a high value man. I have the BM factor. If you don't qualify
You
for
do
the
have the
BM
BM
factor,
factor, man. Come on.
yes, but the thing is, I don't need people to see me in that state for them to think that I'm high value. I'm just very down to earth. Do you kind of get the point? Other people are seeing you as you're doing too much. When if you just act like this, like how you are right now, it's great. It's balanced. That's what I think the people are basically just seeing. They're just seeing like you may be thinking that you are you was the best one out there in the lineup. You get what I'm saying? You know how the world sees people, right?
You got to think
and
best
also,
of yourself, bro. Yeah, I know. It's, it's just something that, some of us were born, especially coming from where we came from, we're born with an innate quality of like self-confidence. You don't have to tell me to be confident. You don't have to boost my morale, my self-esteem. We grow up, we've learned a lot of resiliency throughout the process. I've been in poverty, I've seen suffering, and I've seen money. So I know both lives. So sometimes when I talk about certain things, it's coming from a hard-earned experience that I've gone through. So no one can beat down my confidence wherever I go and I speak of myself as a founder and CEO of Platinum Care Health Solutions. That's my brand. People thought that I came on the show just to sell my business or sell my brand. No, I am part of my brand. If you ask me to introduce myself, I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Desmond. People will call me Dr. Des, and I am the founder and CEO of Platinum Care Health Solutions.
Okay, Des, listen, man. Okay. You're on the show, maybe the show is maybe 20 minutes. You get a chance, your little lineup, 20, 30 minutes. You don't have to say you're the CEO every time that a new person gets in front of you, right? You don't. I mean, you say it up front, maybe say it once in the middle. But, I mean, the braggadociousness is what people are talking about. I don't think you get it. I don't think you get it. I mean, you could turn people off. It's good to have those accolades, but how often do you need to say them in one sitting? I mean, it's just that even with the Des factor, you said it once, but suppose you didn't tell anybody what the Des factor is. It's just in your head, right? So if you're scoring a lady, and she doesn't meet your criteria, you don't have to say, well, I got this criteria. And you don't meet it. Just say, listen, you know what? I'm just not interested in it because you did the calculations in your head. Everybody doesn't need to know it. Not all the time.
Pure. That's
me.
Another
thing as well. But that's what you don't see. I'm trying to tell you, Desmond, that you're not seeing what you did wrong by saying that you are the founder of this multiple times. It comes across as you're trying to promote something. You're not really there trying to find love. So what I say to you, when I say to you, Desmond, you're gonna. I feel like you always have to find an excuse to back up anything that people tell you about yourself.
Gotcha.
And that's the number one thing that you need to do in life. Reflect on what people are saying to you, because all those tens of thousands of comments, right? There must be some truth in what some of these people are saying. Not saying all of them. I'm saying some of them. There must be some truth. That's what. All I'm saying is this: people that come on the show, just reflect upon some of these things, and I guarantee you, like if you was to come back on the show and you matched, it would be a different story, right? And also, you keep saying that you're an African man. You're an African man. I know a lot of African men that don't act like you, bro. The ones that act like you, they're always gonna be judged. They're always gonna be, talked about as the way that they act.
Yeah. And there's one more accountability part. There's one more accountability part I want to bring on. Tamir, the lady with the green dress. Yes, the honest truth about Tamir. I know I mentioned something about her legs and, the age or something like that. Tamir is a beautiful lady. Tamir, if that show was structured in a way that the people say their name and where they are from originally before we even, I would have made exceptions for Tamir. I would have compromised a lot. Let me not say a lot. I would have made an exception with Tamia because Tamia is exactly her energy, her aura captivate me even till today. I talked to Hamach, you know, the firefighter guy. I said, man, Tamia, treat that lady right, okay? Because she's actually a very good lady. She's actually very sweet. I can tell. I have a certain level of instincts. I can tell. I wouldn't have fought with Tamia. I would have made an exception with Tamia, and I would have loved to get to know Tamia more. After the show, I think I also sent her a message. I said, hey, Tamia, I'm so sorry about the comment I made about your legs. It's just there are certain things that I'm looking for, like I explained, but she's very fun, and she was okay with it, you know?
But do you see, and I like the fact that you took accountability there, because do you see what people are talking about? Also, what I always keep talking about, I keep saying this on the show, you don't know how somebody is really like in that space that you have when you come on the show, you're thinking quick, right? But you know, when you started talking about your Des Factor stuff, you are automatically blocking all of this that you might like her. You're not even giving her a chance because you have this Des Factor form that she has to pass. Do you get what I'm saying? If you didn't think about that Des Factor, you could have ended up matching with someone.
But listen, the Des Factor is stupid in this context because you can't get past the first part. You don't have enough time to get to the character. You don't have no time to get to anything other than just her attractiveness, right? So you can't get to the real intellect that much. You'll hear her talk a little bit. If she could conjugate a verb, that's one thing. But you're not going to get you certainly can't get no real character in deep enough situations to see if this person has good or bad character in a little soundbite little thing when she's going up and down the line asking these questions. So the factor is cool, but you really need to get to a date to actually employ your metric. You know, and so I think that's what my man BM is saying, you know. So anyway.
More like her. Obviously she matched already, but I'm just saying, like, if you didn't even have that thought, you would have been like, you know what, let me match and then see how it goes. But at the same time, you after the show, you realize that wow, like you could have matched with her. And was there somebody else that you wanted to match with that you didn't match with?
Gigi was one that, you know, I left my balloon and pop for Gigi. Gigi is a very dedicated lady. She's been through the rigor of military service, and anyone that has gone through that process, you know, has a certain level of stamina and rigor. And you know,
so let me stop it here. Listen, this is good. I mean, I didn't know this guy had a show. BM Inspirations, I believe what it's called. What is it called? Yeah, BM Official. That's what it's called. I didn't know he had a show. And it's 14. If he goes and if he interviews men off that channel, I might have to go check a couple of those out. But this guy was particularly like a clown on the show. The stomping on the balloon was a big thing. His Des Factor. I like the fact that he has criteria. More men, especially black men, need to have some kind of criteria, some kind of standards in their head. If you could codify them and measure them, that's even better. But how you wield them is important. And when you wield them is important. So, but I like the standards, you know, but I think your accomplishments should speak for themselves. You don't need to keep throwing them down people's throats. So this was a good show in terms of that. So, of course, I always have one more thing for everybody. So I know nobody came up, which is cool, because we were just moving back and forth. I appreciate everybody stopping by, Lady Navoa and Milani and Catellia and a few other people came in. It was cool. So again, you know, this was my easy day because Pop the Balloon is something that's great for content and actually reflecting on how people are starting to communicate together. But somebody tell me whether I'm right or wrong. I think the quality of the people is getting better. I think their screeners are getting better. And I think the competition to get on the show has elevated the kind of people they have on the show. Because I've seen some you know, forget about the dress. I've seen some dudes on there who are pretty accomplished. You're getting, you know, on their grind to something that would be successful to run a household, run a marriage. And some of the women on there are starting to come a little bit more correct. You know, there's more and more women coming up that don't have any kids, who have professions and are still in their 20s looking for husbands, you know? So I think that, I know kudos to Arlette, her husband, because I think they're by far the best match show out there, like in this format. They have some other ratchet ones out there that are unwatchable. So the decorum and the way they have this thing set up, there's no wonder why they have almost 1 million subs going into this thing. So with that, hey, you know, Happy New Year to everybody. Of course, that's what I do. I have one more video for you guys on the way out. Thanks BMU for showing up. Thanks BMU for the channel, hanging out on the channel. Everybody check out my channel, Marriage, Politics, and Sports. You'll know where it's at. I got all kinds of video. I got a lot of stuff I can make content out of as well. Anyway, there you go. One more thing. Of course, I got to leave you guys with one of my classic AI-generated songs, you know, and if I can find it, I'm going to play it for you. All right. There you go. And then after that, we'll say goodnight.
In a crowded room where the lights are low, searching for a spot but I'm taking it slow. With a heart so fragile like a whisper in the air, I won't let the moment slip without a care. So let the winds of me take their course. I'll embrace the journey, I'll feel the force. Don't pop your balloon too soon. Let it rise, let it bloom. Baby, dance, I'm floating high. In this dance, won't say goodbye. This takes time, it can't be rushed. Let it flood to feel the hush. Don't pop your balloon too soon. Just let's go beneath the moon. Every little laugh, every fleeting chance, a melody of hope in the sleep romance. I'll hold my breath, let the tension build. With every heartbeat, my soul is thrilled. With every heartbeat, with every sigh, there's a treasure and a reach for the sky. Don't pop your balloon too soon. Let it rise, let it bloom. Baby, dance, I'm floating high. In this dance, don't say goodbye. Look, this time it can't be rushed. Let it flood to feel the hush. Don't pop your balloon too soon. Just let's go beneath the moon. In the stillness, let dreams align. I'll take my time, this love will be mine.
All right, guys, another one in the books. Another great episode on the Black Man Unfiltered Network. Listen, we're doing the thing over here. So, guys, do me a favor. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button. Also, if you want to donate to the channel, which helps the channel, hit your boy Cash App. It's scrolling right here, right there, at the bottom of the screen. And support the channel. But we're happy that you're here, and we look forward to seeing you on every episode. So hit the notification button so you know when we go live. Thank you again, guys, for watching. We out.